Hello, welcome to the Splashtop Business Access video demo. My name is Trevor, and today I'm going to be walking you through Splashtop Business Access and how you and even your team can use this to remotely access your Windows, Mac, and Linux computers from any other computer, tablet, or smartphone device so you can work remotely and access your computers on the go. So let's get started. We're going to break this demo down into 5 parts. First, I'm going to show you how to set up Splashtop Business Access for yourself. Then I'm going to take you through a remote access session to show you everything you can do there. Third, I'm going to show you how you can customize some of the streamer settings so you can adjust your Splashtop experience to your preferences. Fourth, if you're setting up remote access for a team with Splashtop Business Access, I'm going to show you how you can add users to your account and send them the invites so they can create their own accounts. And finally, I'm going to walk you through all the account management features and everything you can do managing and grouping your users, computers, devices, and adjusting security settings in the Splashtop web console. So let's get started. All right, how to set up Splashtop Business Access. So when you purchase or start a free trial, you're going to have unlimited access to the web console and to the product. So once you do either of these and you create your Splashtop account, you're going to see a page like this. This is the Splashtop web console. So now you can begin setting up your account. So first, you need 2 apps to do remote access with Splashtop. First is the business app, and that's what you see here on the left. This is the app you use to remote into your remote computer, to connect to that computer. Second is the Splashtop streamer. That's the app that lets you remote into that computer. So it's really easy to get both of these apps. So Splashtop Business app, you can just click this button and it's going to install the app on your local computer. If you want to install it on another device, you can just go to splashtop.com/downloads. And you can see the download links for the Windows, Mac, iOS, Android versions. So you can install the Splashtop Business app on any device you want to use to access your remote computers. Second, the Splashtop streamer. So you can click Add Computer here. Remember, this is the computer that you want to be able to remotely access. So if you're already using that computer, just click Download on Add This Computer so you can get the streamer. If you want to access a different computer, then what you're going to want to do is over here, Add Different Computer, click Get Link. You can copy this link here and just send this link either to yourself some way, or if there's someone using the computer you want to access, send that link to them. Once the link gets clicked open, it'll download the streamer onto that computer. So now let's check back to this page once we have both of those applications set up. Okay, so I just finished installing the business app on my local computer. That's this one you're seeing the screen of. And I installed the streamer on the computer I want to remote into. Doing both is very simple when you follow these steps. The Splashtop installer makes it a really easy process. So let me just refresh my, my web console here. You can do that clicking this button on the left. And you can see this MacBook Pro right here. That's my computer now. That's the one that I wanted to set up for remote access. So there you have it. Now whenever I open the Splashtop Business app on any of my devices and I sign into my account, I should see this computer there. So to demonstrate, let's minimize this and let's log into my Splashtop account. The first time you do this, you might need to authenticate your device. That's one of the settings you can adjust, and we'll go over that. But you can see here in my computers list, I can remote into that computer. And the more computers that you install your streamer on, you'll see all of those right here. So that's it. That's how you can set up Splashtop Business Access. In the next part of the demo, I'm going to do a demonstration of a remote access session so you can see everything that you can do while remotely accessing your computer. So let's do that. I have the Splashtop Business app open. The streamer has been installed on my remote MacBook Pro, and you can see that here in my computers list. So I'm going to click this icon to connect. And what we're doing is we're launching the remote session, and just like that, I am actually remotely accessing this computer right now. So I'm just typing in the password, and there we are. I can now interact with this remote computer as if I was sitting right in front of it. So you can see, I have my mouse here, and I can interact just like how I would if I was using this computer. I'm going to open up, let's see, I'll open up the notepad. You can see it pops open. So it's very easy to interact with all of your files and applications. So this is great if you're working from home or on the go, but you need to access, certain files or certain software that's on your office computer. It's really easy to do that with Splashtop. And we also give you quite a bit of useful features to help make you more productive. So you can see a lot of them are up here in the taskbar. So if you're remoting into a computer that's using multiple monitors, you'd be able to switch between monitors or open up a true multi-to-multi experience on your display. You can change, resolution settings, frame rate. You can go full screen. This is your Control-Alt-Delete button right here for the remote computer. I'll show you how to enable these settings later, but you can blank the remote screen or lock the remote keyboard and mouse so people on the other end can't see or get in the way of what you're doing. This is a file transfer window, so if you want to transfer files between, you see the local computer here and the remote computer, you can do that through here, or you can just drag and drop. You can see I have this folder here on my local computer, and I just let go of it on the remote computer, and there it is now. And then a few more features I want to show you here. This is the session recording button. Click it. The session will start recording your screen, so you can use that for demo training purposes. When you end the session, it'll automatically save the recording to your local computer. Here's a chat window. So I just sent the chat to the remote computer, so if there's someone on the other end, they would see that. So that's a good overview of just what you can do while remotely accessing a computer, some of the features. I'm going to disconnect by clicking this top left button here. And really quick, I was just scraping the surface of the features that you can get in Splashtop, but if you're on the Splashtop Business Access page, you can see, if you scroll down, a lot of the features that we offer down here. I recommend just under the pricing table, you can see the Getting Started guide. Make sure you check that out because that lists out all the features you can do and also has a bunch of links to helpful tutorial articles we have, so you can make sure that you can properly, take advantage of these features, such as remote wake on LAN, remote reboot, remote print, a lot of things to help you make you more productive while working on the go. So now let's take a look at how you can customize your Splashtop streamer to enhance your remote access experience and ensure that Splashtop is up to your security standards. So when you have the streamer installed on the computers you want to remote into, you can open up the streamer settings on that computer. So let's say this is my computer that I want to remotely access. I have the streamer installed, the icon's right here. If you're on a Windows, you should see it down here by your taskbar. If not, just open up your applications and you should be able to find Splashtop Streamer pretty easily. So these are the streamer settings. You can see it's tied to my account, this streamer. Some of the settings: enable auto launch, just make sure that the streamer automatically runs whenever your computer starts up, so you'll be able to remotely access it. You can set your computer to never sleep. That ensures when you leave, like let's say the office, to go home for the weekend, your computer's not going to sleep, so it makes it so you'll be able to access it whenever you want. You can install the remote print driver, so you'll be able to print documents remotely. Idle session timeout. Under security settings, you can require a Mac or a Windows, if you're on a Windows computer, login when remoting in. You can require a security code. A few other options here. When you end a remote session, if you want the remote computer to be locked, you'll just turn that on. You can enable blank screen or lock the remote keyboard and mouse while you're remoted in. So blank screen, people won't be able to see what you're doing when you're remoted in. So these are some of the settings that you have just to make sure that your Splashtop Business Access experience is up to your standard. You don't have, if you're setting up remote access to multiple computers, or if you have an entire team remotely accessing their computers under your account, you don't need to adjust the streamer settings individually. Instead, under Management, go to Deployment. This is the Splashtop Web Console again. We're back here. Go to Deployment. So when we were deploying the Splashtop streamer, if you watched the earlier video on setting up Splashtop Business Access, you would have seen that we were using the default deployment package to install the Splashtop streamer. We can actually create a custom one, and I'm going to create deployment package here. I'm going to call it Trevor's deployment package. And here I'm going to have all those same settings that we saw in the Splashtop streamer. So, I can auto launch the streamer. I can enable direct connections, require Windows Mac logins. Let's say I want all the screens to be blanked. I want the keyboards and mouses to be locked whenever in a remote session. Any of those settings that you want, you can enable here. Click Save. And now I have that deployment package. So whenever now I set up more computers for myself to remotely access, or if I invite some more users to join my team so I can help them set up remote access, I can ensure that they all have the same deployment package that has my settings, so I can make sure that everyone is following the same set of rules, same protocols, so we're all on the same page and everything's secure and just the way you want it. Okay, we are back in the Splashtop web console. I have remote access set up for myself, but let's say I have a team, let's say a bunch of employees that I'm setting up remote access for so our organization can start working from home. So, very easy to do. In the management, go to users. You can see I'm the only user in my account right now, but let's add another. So when you're purchasing Splashtop Business Access, you can purchase however many users you need. I have 2 for my account right now. I'm using 1. Let's add another. So I have my example email address here. This is who's going to be joining my team, so I'm just giving them the email address. You can set their role. They're just going to be a member. I'm the admin. Okay, you can give them a custom message, but you can see they're going to get the instructions on how to set up their own computer, so it's very, very easy for them. So you're not going to need to install Splashtop for them. They're going to get the instructions to set up the Splashtop Business app themselves. They're going to get the instructions to download the streamer, which will be tied to your account. So I'm going to send that away. And once he gets that set up, I'll be able to see him right here. You'll see his status is enabled. And yeah, it's as simple as that. So let's take a break, and once my my team member gets set up, I will show you how you can see that here in the web console. Okay, so we're back, and I refresh the page, and you can see the user that I invited, their status is now enabled. So I successfully added someone to my team. Now this person is going to be able to remotely access their computers from under my account. So you can see if I'm in the web console right now, under management, if I go to all computers, I should see all computers under my account. So you can see the MacBook Pro, that's the one I deployed. And then this new computer, that's the one that was deployed by my user. So, and then also under management, there's a users tab, so I can see, you'll see me, there's my member. So when you're setting up remote access for your entire team, you'll be able to see all of your users, all of their computers from within the Splashtop web console. Now, I can even see all of the devices that we're using. These are the devices that have the Splashtop Business app installed that you can use to remote into those computers with the streamers. So all of that's here. So if you're setting up remote access for your team, start inviting all your users. They'll get the really easy instructions on how to do that. And you will be able to see and manage that all right here. And in the final part of this demo, we're just going to go over a few quick account management features and settings that you have from within this Splashtop web console. So first thing I want to direct you to is the role. So there are owners, admins, and members. If you click the gear icon next to a person, one of your users, you can change their role. Check out our knowledge base, and I'll show you at the end of this video where to find that so you can read up on the differences between these different roles. And next off, now that we have our users and their roles set up, let's check out the computers. So if you have a lot of computers on your account and a lot of users, you want to make sure that certain users are able to access only their machines or only specific machines, and they're not able to access machines that you don't want them to be able to access. So how you can do that, click on one of your computers, the gear icon right here, and look for the option Access Permissions. So you can set who on your team is able to access this computer now. You can, all admins and members, specific Splashtop IDs, so these are the users under your account. Select the ones you want access to, and it's as simple as that. Now, a helpful way to keep all of your users and computers organized is with the grouping feature. You can create groups for either users or computers or both, so let's just create a user group right now. I'm going to create a new one, group 1. So this is great if you have, let's say, different teams under your account, or maybe people working out of different offices or computers located in different offices. This is how you can keep them organized in your account. So you can see I have my default group and my new group 1. So let's say my member right here, I want him to be a part of that new group. I'll just click the gear icon, assign user group, and put him in that new group. That's how you can easily keep all of your users and computers organized. And also, when you're adjusting the access permissions, you can do that on a group basis as opposed to just individuals. So again, really easy to keep all of that organized and managed. Now, I want to take a look at the settings tab really quick. So here's where you're going to find basically how you can adjust all the settings on your account, a lot of security settings. So you can enable or disable certain features. You can turn on two-step verification, device authentication, browser authentication. So if you have a strict security policy that, let's say, your organization has, this is how you can very easily make sure that you and your users are adhering to that policy. And one of the last things I want to show you, let's say you want to upgrade your account. Like, let's say you need to add more users to enable access for more of your team. So you can see I have 2 right now. Let's say I need more. I need 10. Just click that change plan next to the 2 of 2 users. You'll get to this page. You can select which business access plan you're using. Make sure you can change that if you want. Up the number of users, and then subscribe, and it'll be as simple as that. And now you can invite more users to your account. So that's it. That's the general overview of everything that you can do with Splashtop Business Access. If you want to learn more, this is how you can access that knowledge base. One of the ways. At the bottom of the page, you can see this FAQ link. I'm going to open that up. There's our knowledge base where you can find answers to a lot of questions that you have, a lot of tutorials, how-tos. So definitely check this out. And check out our business access page again, just to see the pricing that we have. Right now, we're offering bulk volume discounts, so entire organizations can enable their employees to work from home. So check that out. And I want to thank you for watching this demo video. If you haven't already, please start your free trial. You get unlimited access, so you can play around with it and see everything you can do with Splashtop Business Access. Thank you.